Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a moment to address all the accusations and misconceptions out there that Motor Club of America or MCA is a scam. There's lots of people saying it's a scam and nobody's really saying how it isn't a scam. They're just saying if it was a scam I wouldn't have joined, or join under me and I'll show you it's not a scam. And really that's not a good argument to prove that MCA isn't a scam. You're basically just saying join under me anyway and I'll show you. One of the biggest accusations out there is that MCA is a Ponzi scheme, and really a Ponzi scheme is just a word people throw around to say, in reference to scams. And what a Ponzi scheme is an investor taking your money and promising you that he'll give you more money back in return, a very high amount back in return, usually, 100% back, 200%. And this doesn't involve any kind of work. It's, basically he's promising you he's going to invest it in real estate or stocks and other securities, and that has nothing to do really with selling product or joining, a group of people trying to sell a product. It's just somebody taking your money and promising you that they'll give you a lot of money back. For example, somebody might say, give me $10,000, and within 6 months I'll give you back your $10,000 plus $15,000 more, and that would be 150% return on your investment, which is highly unlikely and often is a Ponzi scheme because it's legal. And what's really happening is the original investors are paying their $10,000, and the investor, the Ponzi scheme runner, has to keep getting more and more investors to pay $10,000 so that he can pay off those original investors. He's not actually investing the money anywhere. He's just taking the money and doing whatever he wants with it. And the original investors are only going to be paid off when new investors join. So I can have 10 people put their original $10,000 in, and I got to find 20, 30 more people to put $10,000 in, so I can pay those original 10 people, and eventually you're going to run out of people, or somebody's going to find out what you're doing, and that's going to collapse. But it really has nothing to do with selling products or getting people to join under you to sell a product. The second accusation, that it's a pyramid scheme, and I can see how this can be confused since it is a multi-level marketing program, meaning you get people to join under you and you keep getting commissions from the people in your first generation, second generation, and your downline. What a pyramid scheme revolves around is recruiting new members. That's all they care about. They want you to recruit new members. Sometimes there's a product or a service, but it's never actually sold. Sometimes it'll be sold to the people in the actual pyramid, and that's the only place it'll be sold to. Or you get a much higher bonus if you recruit a new member rather than sell the product. You might get a 10% commission if you sell the product, but if you recruit a new member, you'll get $100. Recruit 5 members and we'll give you a $300 bonus or something. Or you can sell this product and get 10% commission, and it's not going to give you a lot of money. So the pyramid scheme, you have to pay to join, and your sole goal is to keep getting people to join under you. As many people as possible to join under you until eventually the whole thing collapses because people at the bottom can't get any people to join, and the people at the top have all this money from the people under them. They have like 25 levels of people under them they're getting money from, and the people at the bottom can't recruit any new members, and eventually the money dries up and the people at the top are rich, people at the bottom have no money, and it collapses. It's really not about selling products, it's about getting new members to join. And I can see how that would be confused with MCA, because you can get people to join, you can recruit new members. However, there's no extra incentive to do so. You're still paid $80 no matter what. You can sell the product to a customer, a driver, or you can sell it to somebody who wants to make money. Either way, you're going to get $80. They're not going to pay you extra for recruiting a member, because if they paid you extra, they'd be paying you for bringing on a person, but there's no product being sold, and that's just money out of their pocket. And eventually, if they did that, they would run out of money to pay because there's no product being sold, and they can't afford to keep bringing on new members. So while pyramid schemes often have products to mask their true nature, their products never actually sold. There's no emphasis on selling the product, but obviously MCA has a large emphasis on product sales because they want you to sell the product or recruit members. You're still paid the same either way, though. So it's essential for you to bring in product sales because those customers will keep paying MCA for life, and that's where their money comes from to pay you. So in a pyramid scheme, if you sold no product but kept bringing in new members, you would get paid, but eventually the people would not be able to keep bringing in new members, and it would collapse. However, you do have to consider how people are marketing MCA, and a lot of them are saying pay $40 and by Friday you can make $5,000, and that's highly unlikely because somebody has to get trained to sell the product, to figure out how they're going to market the product, and to promise that kind of return would be a 12,000% return. Pay $40, get $5,000. That's 12,000% you're getting back, which is crazy high. People think that they're going to just make that kind of money. That's how people are portraying it. They're saying, join my team and together we'll make money while you sleep, which in a Ponzi scheme would happen because the investor is supposed to be investing your money and you don't have to do any kind of work. So that's kind of what's being portrayed by people saying you'll make $5,000 in your sleep, which is possible once you have a marketing strategy running. If you can automate your strategy, then you can sleep and make money. But when you first join, you're not going to make sales for probably days or weeks until you figure out a solid way to market the product effectively to consumers and marketers. If you never find a way to do it, you're not going to make that money, and you're going to be like, why did this person promise me money when I didn't make it? So the way people are marketing it, it's rather ineffective, I think. I mean, I know people are joining because they're people are greedy. They want to make money. They're gullible, and people are marketing it dishonestly. And a lot of times people are actually using the word invest, and they're saying invest $40, which is really a red flag to many people. If you say invest $40 and you'll make $5,000, because to an investor that means you're going to take that money and put it into some kind of investment vehicle and make a return on it for him. So when you say invest $40 and together, we'll make $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, you're saying that you're going to promise a return on his investment, which is what a Ponzi scheme would be doing, but you're communicating it unclearly because you're not investing money. You're paying to join a program. You're investing your time. You're investing your time to make an income, but you're not investing your money. You're giving your money away to join a program where you have the potential to make more money based on your own work. You have to work to make the money back. And investment implies that you're going to go give the money to somebody and they're going to help you make the money back, whether you work or not. And that's what investment would be. If you gave your money to an investment firm, they would manage your money for you. They would give you a return, and you wouldn't have to really do anything because, if you're not really inclined on investments, then you would hire an investment firm to do it for you, and that's when they manage it for you, and you don't have to do much work for it. But you're not going to get $12,000 or 12,000% return, by Friday. You're not even going to get that in 10 or 20 years. So people saying you're investing $40 and getting money back is a bit misleading. Investment's kind of thrown around arbitrarily. People don't really use it as its, legal or technical term. People just say, invest in me, and invest your money in this program. Really you're saying invest your time, pay money and I will teach you how to make money back, or join this program and together we'll sell to the 153 million drivers out there. You could say that. You can say there's half the American population drives a vehicle on a regular basis, and together we will sell our product to them and make money. But saying you're going to make all this money by Friday, by payday, double up Friday, promising all this money, it's really what's misleading people, and that's what's making them think it's a scam. Even if they're incorrect to think so, it's the associates that are communicating this dishonestly that are making people think it's a scam. And there's people out there who'll think it's a scam no matter what. You can get all the attorneys in the world, all the accountants, and all the businessmen in the world to support the product, but they'll still think it's a scam because, it's different than from what they're used to. People are used to traditional models of income, go to college, submit your resume to 20 different companies, hope somebody hires you, or if you're not in college yet, go work at a retail location, go work at McDonald's. I've worked at Burger King, a bunch of retail stores, and I know people are used to just that they have to find a job, like have to find a 9-to-5 job, and if you promise a way for them to work at home and make more money than somebody who works their ass off all day, at working for somebody else, they're gonna question you because they're just not used to it. They're not mentally prepared to accept it. I'm not saying they're unintelligent or stupid. It's just that maybe they were brought up in a traditional environment. Work hard to make money, and really you have to work hard in MCA, but it's different in that you have to work harder up front, and eventually once you have people working for you or you have an automated strategy going, you can make money more easily than most people, and that's just not acceptable to most people because they're not used to it, or they think they couldn't do it, and because they couldn't do it, it must be a scam because it's too good to be true. And sometimes the numbers you guys are promising are too good to be true. You should never guarantee money. I've seen ads saying money in MCA is guaranteed. It's not guaranteed at all. If you can't sell, if you make no effort to sell, then you're not going to make any money, and you're going to wonder why your sponsor guaranteed you all this money that you don't have. And you're like, this company took my $40 and didn't pay me, and it's a scam. So it's all about communication, mostly. Some people are never going to accept the business model. Some people don't even accept Mary Kay, Reliant, Advocare, Avon, all these companies that use the business model. And there's people out there that will never accept it. They'll say it's always a scam because you're taking advantage of people, which, is not really true. You have to communicate clearly what the business model is and how it works. And once the person decides for themselves that it's good for them, then, it's a mutual agreement there that it's going to be a good opportunity, and you're not taking advantage of anybody. But, it's just, if you ever see somebody say it's a scam, or that if, they call it a pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme, just show them this video. If they're open-minded, they'll listen to it. I've talked to people before and said, it's not a scam. You're free to read the, SEC and FTC regulations on the business model. And, they just tell me that I'm an idiot. And, this is usually people that have no experience in the business industry, any kind of legal industry or accounting or anything like that would involve, tracking how the money goes through this business. And, these are people in college, high school, that are saying it's a scam because, it's just something they're not open to, or that, their friends did and didn't make any money, so it must be a scam because their sponsor promised them money. So, a lot of times people are never going to accept it, and a lot of times they're very rude about it if you try to tell them otherwise. If you try to educate them, I've tried to educate people on Twitter, say it's not a scam, it's actually a viable business model if used correctly. They're just like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You need to go get a real job. And, half the time these people don't even have jobs, or they work at a retail location, which is perfectly fine. But to tell somebody that they're wrong when you have no experience is just incorrect. If you were a businessman or an attorney or whatever, you want to discuss how it is or isn't a scam, I'm open to that because you've obviously done your research, you have knowledge in the industry. But a lot of times these people are just, saying it's a scam and that, you're an idiot if you can't do the math, and really the math works out. I've been taking high-level math courses for 10 years now, and I can show you 20 different ways how the math works out. These people are not open-minded, and they're saying it's a scam before actually knowing how the model works, before even knowing what an affiliate is or what multi-level marketing is, how commissions work at all. And a lot of times they're not open-minded to it, but a lot of times there's people who just don't understand the model. They're open to learning about the model, and once you describe to them how it works, they're like, oh, that makes sense. I can see how these people are marketing it incorrectly, but I can also see how it could provide a stable income for somebody, because people do need the product. there's 53 million AAA members out there, and there's other programs like Allstate, which you get 3 toes with Allstate, you might as well get MCA because 3 toes costs $225. You could pay a little bit more, have unlimited toes with MCA for a year. So just if you ever see anybody doubting MCA, feel free to send them this video. I've never seen anybody actually talk about the business model and how it compares to a pyramid scheme or Ponzi scheme. I mean, you're free to research each of them individually. I'll actually link to an SEC article about comparing the two models and what kind of red flags dictate a pyramid scheme and Ponzi scheme. So you're free to do your own research, find out about the various scams out there, but you should not disqualify a company based on your opinion. I've had people tell me that it's their opinion that it's a scam, and I can't tell them otherwise. And really, if you're going to accuse a business or a person of anything, you have to have factual information to back that up. I mean, I could accuse somebody of shoplifting, and they would defend themselves to the death. They would tell me, no, I'm not a shoplifter. And then by their logic, I could just say, oh, my opinion is that you're a shoplifter and you can't do anything about that. If I say you're a shoplifter, you must be a shoplifter. And, that's highly illogical. If I call somebody a shoplifter, I have to have evidence of that. I have to have, camera evidence of them shoplifting or items they don't have receipts for. And that's basically what they're saying MCA is doing. They're saying MCA is stealing people's money without actually having any proof, and they're saying it's their opinion, and you can't tell them otherwise, which is very close-minded, but, some people are just like that. So just share this video. If anybody ever disagrees with you, just share them this video. If they continue to disagree, they're not worth your time. So you guys can subscribe. I'm going to start putting up more videos like this. I'm going to start, just teaching people about MCA, how to market. I've been in the marketing industry for 4 years, and I work at home now, or in my apartment, full-time. I can teach, you guys how to reach not only people who want to make money with MCA, but all the drivers in America and Canada that would need a roadside assistance program. There's people searching every day for roadside assistance. I can show you statistical information on this, how many people search daily. So, I'm going to start sharing a whole bunch of videos for people, even not on my team. You will all have access to these videos. I'll start sharing marketing tips, information about MCA in general. So just feel free to subscribe, like the video. I will subscribe back if you're an MCA or need help on learning how to do anything. So see you guys next time. Thank you.